I'm a social media manager for a digital marketing agency based in Covent Garden. I'm going to talk to you about how to integrate your online marketing efforts across multiple disciplines. I'm going to use the board. So we're going to talk about 4 different disciplines today. SEO, I have really bad handwriting, sorry in advance. Social, content marketing, and PPC, so pay-per-click. I don't know how much you guys know about this already, so I'll just pretend you don't know anything. First is SEO, that's search engine optimization. That's literally optimizing your site for relevant keywords. So for example, we optimize our site for London SEO agency. PPC is sort of the paid version of that. Basically, if you want to pay for clicks immediately, you can do that. So again, it's much more cost effective initially. Thirdly is content marketing, literally creating interesting content for your brand and for your target audience. And finally, social media, obviously we know what that is. So the case study I'm talking about is a brand called 7Cs. They are the leading brand for vitamins and minerals, and we work with them across these 4 disciplines. So how do we integrate these 4 disciplines effectively? Firstly, SEO and social. So this is something that we do quite a lot. We literally contact people on social, via Twitter mainly, industry influencers and bloggers, build up a rapport with them, and then eventually send them products for giveaways and competitions and stuff like that. The advantage for SEO is not only brand mentions, but also you get links back to your site, which is a major ranking factor if people are linking back to your site. So that's a really effective way. It's probably one of the easiest ways to do it. So if you're a B2C brand with products, it really is one of the easiest ways to get brand mentions and also links back to your site for organic rankings. SEO and PPC. What we would do normally is run a PPC campaign first off and basically use that keyword data in order to strategize for SEO for your keyword plan. Because when you're optimizing for SEO, the keywords, you really want to pick the right keywords. And so if you're running a PPC campaign, so for example, the company that we work with 7Cs, we kind of found that keywords that you think might work really well, such as best vitamins or something like that, actually don't convert well at all because the people clicking on those things are more interested in articles rather than actually buying vitamins. So what we can do here is look at what converts really well and then use that in our SEO strategy when optimizing for certain keywords, especially different landing pages. SEO and content. So content marketing, as I said, that's sort of anything from infographics, videos, blog posts, white papers. And you can kind of do this in 2 different ways. You can have like an SEO-led content marketing strategy. So for example, for Digivate, the company I work for, we found that a lot of people were searching for Idiot's Guide to Social Media. So we created an Idiot's Guide to Social Media, and that gets around 2,000 visits per month just from that organic traffic. Similarly with 7Cs, we created for their sister brand, Caliv Orange, which is a kids vitamins brand. Kids nutrition and vitamin guide for kids. Again, a lot of people search for that. That gets around 3,000 visits per month just from that article. So that's an example of an SEO-led content strategy. A content-led strategy would be more of creating like a really good infographic, which just on its own will get a lot of traffic via direct or a lot of shares and a lot of links, again, important for SEO. But what you would do, if you're going to come up with that, you'd still need to have a clear understanding of what SEO is. So stuff like if you're creating an infographic, make sure it's in HTML format so Google can read what it is, otherwise it's just an image and Google won't know what that is, so you won't get any ranking traffic for that in the future. Also, you need to have a clear plan of action who you're going to contact, but from an SEO perspective, if you want to get links back, who are your industry influencers, who are you going to be contacting with this content, and stuff like that. So that's the SEO. So good. Social and PPC. It's not as clear of a link, but certainly what we do in our agency, all of the paid social, so all the paid promotion, what we were talking about earlier, that all goes through the PPC department. So you really want to be optimizing your paid social as much as your paid search, which not a lot of people do. You can end up wasting a shitload of money on likes which aren't highly relevant. I'm sure Jamie would agree, so it's not somewhere. So yeah, that's just really important. Just basically optimize it, especially on Facebook. The advertising platform is brilliant, but you just need to spend the time optimizing as opposed to just sort of buying likes at random. Social and content. So if you're creating any content, make sure you have a clear plan of action for how you're going to actually promote it. Don't just create the content and then move on. So for any 7Cs content that we create, what we'll do is, before we create it at all, we'll always know exactly who it is that we're going to promote, literally specific users, whether it be consumers or brands or bloggers. And then while you're creating the content, because it'll probably take a few months to actually create, you're building up relationships with these people during that time, so when your content is live, you can share that with them. So it's a really effective way of integrating content and social and SEO as well. Content and PPC. If you have a particular piece of content, so if you take the Idiot's Guide to Social Media again, that's not going to rank organically for about 3 to 6 months, depending on how much you promote it and how well it is optimized. So what we'll do is we'll bid on those sort of terms, how Idiot's Guide to Social Media or Kids Nutrition Guide to vitamins and stuff like that. So when you're not getting that organic ranking, you're still getting a lot of PPC traffic at a really low cost compared to something like Buy Vitamins or SEO Agency London, which is a much more cost-effective way of getting traffic to your site, even though it's not as targeted from a purchasing perspective. So that is kind of how, very top level, how you would potentially optimize all of these different disciplines for an effective online marketing strategy. I have got some results, which I will forget. So in the first 5 months, we've actually been working for 2 years, but I thought it would be more useful for you guys to look at the first 5 or 6 months. 71% increase in linking domains, so the amount of people linking back to the 7C site increased by 71%. They ranked for cod liver oil, multivitamins, vitamins, glucosamine, which all combined probably need about 500,000 search traffic across those different terms. They were ranked on page 1 for that, so a huge amount of traffic and obviously money. A 20% increase in non-brand traffic, so non-brand traffic is not 7Cs, not Digivate, but vitamins, SEO agency, marketing agency, stuff like that. And on 7Cs, we now have around 20,000 strong community of highly relevant users on Facebook and Twitter for both 7Cs and Halliburton Orange, the Kids Vitamins brand. And their blog as well contributes to about 20% of their traffic from the whole site, which is a fairly significant amount for the brand that site. So that's a very whistle-stop tour about digital marketing.